Wits Picks is finally back with our boy IBG and our boy Jeremy Stevens. All right,
Hardest
bro.
hitting 145er.
Listen, guys, we're back and we're locked in after going 100% on UFC Perth. All right. Yo, Matt, get us into this, bro.
Guys, welcome back. Wits Picks, IBG, Brandon, thank you guys for coming back. Really excited to have you guys. A full roster today. UFC 328, Strickland versus Hamzat. Strickland versus Hamzat. We have a great card here, guys, and we're extremely excited to give you guys the free sauce. All right, starting with the first fight of the evening, Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. Guys, Jose Ochoa is the pick. He's a young prospect, good striker, solid on the ground. Carpenter, in my opinion, is ass can. Does not deserve to be in the UFC. And Ochoa is the pick. He's minus 200 for a reason. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, easy Ochoa decision. Hammer it.
Nah, yeah, facts,
Guys.
man. Oh shit, my fault. All right, go ahead.
Listen. This is gonna be one of my top 3 favorite fights on the card because of how much of a lock Ochoa is. All right, I'm gonna slam Ochoa because he's an amazing prospect, and Carpenter is nothing special. All right, Ochoa is the pick. Let me tell you guys, his fight with Asu, it could have went his way. Honestly, he did more damage,
Yep.
but he's not gonna get controlled like Asu, so he's for sure gonna win. That's it.
Yeah, I don't really know either one of these guys, but if I was going based off intimidation tactics and how they look, I would definitely say Ochoa. And it's a bit of bias because he does look like he's one of my ancestors. So I would have to. I think we're all going with Ochoa, man. We're gonna slam the money line, and I think Ochoa is definitely a lock for this fight.
Easy money lock, Jose Ochoa. And guys, the next fight, we have our boy, Bai Sangur, Sahur Susurkayev versus D. Jordan Santos, or however the fuck you pronounce that can's name. Bai Sangur is the obvious pick. Obviously, most people know him as Khamzat Chimaev's butt buddy. We're going to go with Khamzat Chimaev's butt buddy. By Sanguru Susakayev by first round, or actually no, fuck it, second or third round TKO or submission. So by finish, by Sangur Tung Susakayev. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, you gotta go with Hamzat's butt buddy, Kill Cliff. They got hell of game planning against opponents. Santos is a can. Same with Habib. They're gonna give him 10 fights, and he's gonna win every single one of them. And then he'll beg for a rank shot, and he'll get a rank shot. So, yeah, easy.
So I don't know much about Santos. Do you guys know if Santos has any wrestling?
Honestly, he's Brazilian, so he might, but Bai Sangur he's a good wrestler himself, so it doesn't really matter.
Because my prediction,
though.
yeah, dude, my prediction, round 1 submission. Because he's trying to get those finishes now. He was trying to play around before, but now he's locked. He's a lock, bro.
We're gonna go. It's a pretty obvious one. I think. I'm not even gonna try to say his full name, but yeah, I think Kamzat's friend is gonna definitely win this. I think he wins by anything he wants, man. He could choose it. I don't know anything about Santos, but he doesn't really look reliable. I think it's gonna be a pretty easy run through for Kamzat's friend.
Easy money pick for us, guys. Wins picks, you guys know. This is how we do it over here. Next fight. We have a decent fight. We have Pat Sabatini versus William Gomis. Guys, in my opinion, I think this is going to be a grappling showcase between Gomis and Sabatini. I think Sabatini is going to take this one either by decision or second or third round submission. I don't think this is a good fight to bet on, but Sabatini's the pick. Brandon, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I love the cans. He's 35 years old. I think you'll just sub him easy. Neither of these fighters are going anywhere. They both know it. But I got second round guillotine actually.
Honestly, okay, for this one, I think Pat Sabatini will either win by decision or submission. And the chances of Gomez getting a KO is like 10%, bro, basically. So Pat Sabatini is gonna win, and we're gonna put him in like one parlay. Pretty sure. But yeah,
Fun fact: Gomes almost fought John Silva back in 24.
Oh wow.
Got canceled.
almost.
Yeah, got canceled.
Fan of the show, Jean Silva. Shout out Fighting Nerds, by the way. Shout out Carlos Prates. Fuck. Shout out. All right, IBG, what are your thoughts on this fight, my boy?
I'm gonna have to go with Gomes. He looks like the type of dude you don't want to run into in an alleyway. You know what I'm saying? Probably rob all your shit. So I'm gonna have to go with Gomes, man. Very intimidating guy. So I know I don't really know much about either one of these fighters. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm going based off looks again. I'll have to go with Gomes, man.
All right, bad,
yeah.
bro.
Good picks all around. Next fight, guys. This honestly might be my favorite fight of the evening because we have Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. Guys, Kopylov is a fraud, in my opinion, as we all know. And this guy, Tulio over here, yes, he did have a bad loss to CLD in his last fight, but he did beat Yusri Belrugi, who, if you guys didn't know, fought Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya in Glory Kickboxing. And now, after he lost to Marco Tulio, has beat Azamat Bakoyev, who's been a crazy prospect, and also beat Mansur Abdul Malik by dominant TKO. So we're going to take Tulio, and I think minus 190 is amazing odds for Tulio. And I love Tulio here. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we're fading the 35-year-old never-ending prospect Kopylov. He looks 18 and 42 at the same time. That should say it all. We'll fade him every day. I mean, he's got clean body kicks, but when he fought Costa, it was relatively the same style as him. The levels were apparent, so we're fading Kopylov all day.
Yes, sir, bro. IBG, what do you think, bro?
I'm never betting on Kopylov. I'm not putting my hard-earned money anywhere near a Kopylov money line. The dude, every time he fights, he makes me want to turn the fucking TV off. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Tulio. I don't even really know much about the guy, but all I know is that Kopylov doesn't belong in the UFC. So, I'm gonna have to slam the Tulio money line.
Yes, sir, bro. All I know about Tulio is that he is dating Norma Dumont, I think, bro.
Yep.
And they're both pretty locked in, bro. IBG, I know you're on your looks max journey, bro.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
That was the most random shit. But yeah, man, it's been going well. It's still a month in. You know what I'm saying? So obviously no big improvements, but you know what I'm saying? We get in there.
All right, bet, bro. Yeah, Tulio lock minus 190. I don't know. I think we'll put him in a couple parlays. Probably.
Yeah, we will. Guys, that's going to cap off the early prelims of the night. So far, so good. I think this card is stacked. By the way, I wanted to say no women's fights. So, amazing job by Dana White. Amazing job by Dana White and Hunter Campbell. Yeah, Hunter Campbell. Honestly, fuck Dana White. But yeah, these next fights on the real prelims are all bangers and main card. So, without further ado, let's get into the first fight on the prelims. Jim Miller, 45-year-old Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. Guys, we have Jared Gordon here. Honestly, this fight's just a nothing for me. I just hate this fight. Like, what? There's just no point for this fight. I'm not a fan of either one of these guys. I guess I'm a little fan of Jim Miller, but like, he's just too old now. It's time for him to retire. Jared Gordon's the pick. Yeah, I'm moving on. I really don't like this fight. Brandon, what are your thoughts?
MMA math, Jared beat Patty. Jim Miller's high school pictures are in black and white. His only path to victory is a fucking Hail Mary submission off his back while he's bleeding everywhere all over the canvas. Give me Jared Gordon.
Bro, Jared Gordon is a lock. He's a fucking lock. And we lost money on him before, but we realized how good. Wait, who did he lose to? Do you remember? Yeah. Now we know how good Rafa Garcia is. So Jared Gordon's a lock. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I think it's just a battle of who's less dog shit. And yeah, I mean, it's Jim Miller, man. He doesn't really have much in the tank. Jared Gordon, he's bald, so that wasn't really necessary. But yeah, I think we all agree that Jared Gordon is definitely gonna just beat the shit out of this guy and just send him into retirement.
Yes, sir, bro.
Guys,
Next
this next
fight.
fight, I'm just so hyped for this next fight, guys. We have Grant Dawson versus our boy Mateusz Rombetsky, guys. Guys, listen real quick. Mateusz Rombetsky is the pick, easy pick at plus 140 odds. This is a value bet. Blitz picks is good with the underdogs, guys. We picked Louis Sutherland. We picked multiple different underdogs last card. All the underdogs that won, we picked correctly. Shout out Louis Sutherland for that amazing W. Shout out Hayoni Barcelos underdog. So Aljamain Sterling underdog. We know how to pick underdogs, and Ron Betsky is one of them. Pretty much, Ron Betsky has power in his hands. Dawson's chin is ass, and Ron Betsky beat one of the dark horses of the welterweight division, Meek Beck oral by guys. Shout out Meek Beck, yo. Shout out. Easy pick for Mateusz Rombetsky. Benji, I know you're excited about this fight, so let me hear your thoughts on this one.
Alright, listen up, you fucking retard faggots. Okay, this is the biggest lock on the entire card. Deadass. This is the. It's like levels below Perisic, but it's still a huge lock. Listen, Rebecca is gonna sit him down in the first, 100%. And, his wrestling competed with oral by. He got a couple takedowns on oral by. That's all you need to know about Rebecca. And Grant Dawson's chinny. So this is the best plus 130 I've seen in a long time. So Rebecca is a lock. All right. Brandon?
Yeah, best value on the card, or some of the best value on the card. He beat the caveman himself. I mean, it shouldn't have been a split decision, but still got the job done. I mean, Grant Dawson, you touch him, he goes down. He's going to walk up against the cage, shell up, and eventually just crumble. So, of course, we're taking our boy, Rebecca.
Yeah, Grant Dawson is definitely a quitter. I think we can all agree on that. And usually quitters in this game get fucking wrecked. And I think Rebecca's gonna absolutely wreck Grant Dawson and his fucking chinny chin chin. So I think, yeah, side with Rebecca, man.
Amazing,
Alright.
amazing. Guys, by the way, wanted to let you know that whenever Wits picks underdogs, they call us BB Netanyahu on the streets the way we steal this money. So that's how you just know we're going to make all this bread on this underdog. Shout out Bron Betsky. I'm going to make a whole ass reel about Ron Betsky. He's the boy. Next fight is honestly my favorite fight on the card. We have Joel Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. Guys, I think I've really thought about this fight, and I've gone 50-50, whether to pick Joel or whether to pick Yaroslav. But I think Yaroslav is a very high level in his wrestling and in his pedigree. He was a former Bellator champion. He had an amazing UFC debut. His top control is amazing. His ground game is amazing, has solid leg kicks. And Alvarez is also good. Lost to Arman Sarukian, as we all know. But he had a good fight against Luke in his last performance. But I just think Yaroslav is going to get the job done by decision. I just think he's going to get it to the ground. And if it's on the feet, Alvarez is a good chance. But Yaroslav's the pick. Brandon, what are your thoughts, my boy?
If it stays on the ground, I think Alvarez picks him apart. He's long, lanky. I mean, Yaroslav, he's a B-League merchant, but I still think that grappling pressure. We've seen Joel, the forever 33-year-old prospect. He struggled with Arman's wrestling. But that cut, even though he was cutting to 155, which is crazy, but we're going to take the beat. Mr. B-League himself, Yaroslav. Also the name. I mean, you can't fade that name.
Yes, guys, we're taking Yaroslav Amosov. He's the favorite, right? Yeah, he's the favorite. That's a good pick because this guy is actually a generational talent. I was watching some of his fights before the UFC. This guy, he's actually different. So he's probably gonna win a decision by getting like 7 minutes of control time in the whole fight. But yeah, Yaroslav is the pick. IBG.
I mean, yeah, it's really hard to bet against a guy that has that type of name, but I do have to go with Joel Alvarez. I believe he's faced higher competition. You know, especially against Armin, I feel like he has a lot more experience against the top guys, and the cut now to welterweight isn't as brutal as when he was cutting down to lightweight. So if I had to favor someone in this fight, I think I'm gonna have to go with Joel Alvarez and disagree with you fellas.
All good, all good. Hey, honestly, I think this fight's gonna be a banger, and I don't think we're gonna bet on this one. So just enjoy this fight. Super high level. These guys are really high level fighters. Next fight on the card, guys. This shouldn't take too long. We have the Can Crusher himself, Ataba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. All right, we know what's gonna happen. First, second, third, or whatever the fuck it is, Ataba's gonna win the fight. He's minus 1,000 for a reason. He's a Can Crusher. Please, Hunter, give him somebody actually good so we can see Ataba go against real competition. Please, please, please. All right, next fight. I'm sorry. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this?
It's getting a little boring. We know what's going to happen every single time. I mean, with these guys, I don't understand why they keep. I get they're trying to build them, but doesn't need any more build. And if you're not a casual, you know he's going to compete in top 10, top 15 every time. You know, last time we bet on that first round KO did not go our way because he seems to gas out a little bit. So my pick, KO any round. Don't specify a certain round, but the KO is a lock. Because why would you bet on a minus 1,000? You're gonna lose money practically. So just bet on the KO. I think it's like minus 275, 300, something like that. Not terrible odds for a lock. So
All right, wait. Do you guys know if he's what is he a 170?
He's a 185er.
yeah,
A 185 or okay, bet. Bro, yeah. So Atiba first round KO, and the chances of it going to the second round are super low. And last fight, Pulayev is actually not a bad prospect. He's pretty good. So, that doesn't really matter. Atiba first round KO. IBG.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty straightforward one. Might be the most one-sided fight on the card. I think Gautier is gonna absolutely kill this dude, and and like what he said, dude's a fucking can crusher, man. He gets fed no real competition. You know, it's all cans just to build up his record to hype this dude up. But we all know what happens when guys like that meet real comp. So, this is gonna be an easy step over fight for him. Hopefully, the next one is actually against somebody good. You know.
Yep. Easy fight. Easiest pick of the fight. We all agreed. I mean, why not? Next fight, guys. We are on to the main card. I'm super excited for this one because, guys, we have a legend returning to fight here. We have the hardest hitting 145er coming back. Who the fuck is that guy? Jeremy Stevens versus King Green, guys. Sadly, I do believe Jeremy Stevens will lose to King Green, but Stevens does have the power to knock out anybody as he's proclaimed the hardest hitting 145er. So yeah, I mean, King Green, he does TKO people for a living, and Jeremy Stevens does knock people out cold, but King Green's gonna get the job done. Stevens is too old, can't be going from Misfits Boxing to BKFC to back to Misfits Boxing to fucking PFL, LFA, fucking Cage Warriors, then back to the UFC. No, that's not gonna work. King Green's still high level. He beat Daniel Zellhuber in his last fight. King Green's the pick. Brandon, what are your thoughts, bro?
in green all day. I mean, people struggle coming from the B leagues to the UFC. Jeremy is going from the C and the D leagues back to the UFC. Even in his physical prime, he was bad enough to get cut. King Green is slick. That Philly shell is going to get to him. Jeremy's just going to go out and throw haymakers, and King Green's going to find a shot. Side note, Lakers up one.
Yes, sir. Side note.
Side note, Shea just missed a free throw.
Shout out the Lakers. Shout out the Lakers.
Shout out, man.
LeBron and
Shout
Austin.
out.
Shout out. We represent. All right, Benji, what are your thoughts?
All right. So King Green is a lock. All right. You guys think King Green's a lock too, right? Yeah, this is just a lock. King Green, he lost us bread because we bet on Zellhuber like retards, but we're never betting like that ever again. So yeah, King Green is a fucking lock for Saturday. shit, IBG.
Nah, yeah. I mean, I guess we all agree, man. Bobby Green's gonna fucking TKO the guy, and I don't know how the fuck Jeremy Stevens is still on the main card in the UFC in the Big 26. But hey, man, the old man's gonna get brutalized on national television, so I can't wait to see that.
Yep. Easy money, King Green, guys. Next fight on the card this is also one of my favorite matchups on the card because it's two different stylistic matchups between these guys, and they've also struggled with each stylistic matchup they're facing. So it's Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady, as you guys can see. We know Sean Brady has struggled with high pressure strikers, and his chin isn't the best of all time. He did get knocked out by Bilal Muhammad, and that's who Joaquin Buckley is. But then again, on the other side, Joaquin Buckley did get dominated by Kamaru Usman. Absolutely dominated by Kamaru Usman with the wrestling. And Brady's a wrestler, so this is going to be super interesting. Now, it really just comes down to for me who's going to improve more after the last fight. And I honestly just see Buckley having the upside, not only because he's actually no, mostly because he is the underdog in this fight. Like I always like to say, predictions are not bets. So my prediction here to correlate with a bet as much as possible is Joaquin Buckley by KO. But you guys take it as you may. I know we're gonna have disagreeing opinions here, but for me, Joaquin Buckley's the pick. Brandon, what are your thoughts over here?
Yeah, I mean, we know Sean Brady's weakness is getting walked down, but in the Morales fight, I mean, Morales is about 20% larger than him everywhere. Literally everywhere, probably. Most likely, as we know why. But, I just don't think Buckley has the ferocity to just walk him down and knock him out. I think he gets tired. I didn't love how he looked in that Kamaru fight. And there's no path to a decision win for Buckley. His only chance for a win is a knockout. So my pick, I'd either bet on Brady by sub in the later rounds or decision for sure.
Yeah, I mean Brady did lose to a gay guy. Just saying. Just saying. It's also a factor out taking Buckley. Cannot lose to a gay guy. What are your thoughts, Benji?
Yeah, Buckley is the pick, and Sean Brady in his last fight, I saw him give up like a little bitch Reed. He was just gave up like, dude. Buckley can knock him out for sure, and dude, like, I just don't see Brady winning that. Buckley is a great underdog pick. It's pretty much 50-50, but it's a good underdog pick. IBG, what do you think?
I don't know if you guys are like high off the zod picking Buckley, man. Like, what's going on? Like, what the fuck?
That's
Like,
what I'm saying, bro.
yeah, man. Like, Buckley's gonna get absolutely graped in this fight. It's only 15 minutes as well. Buckley, I don't think really has a short amount of time to really land something, and in a decision, I don't see Buckley winning a decision at all. And yes, I do know that Brady lost to a gay guy, but that gay guy is way larger than Buckley. I just don't see it. I see once that first takedown lands, it's pretty much over for the fucking midget Ninja Turtle. So I do have Brady by sub round 3. Obviously, it's not a lot because anything can happen in MMA, but I'm 90% sure that Brady will go home with a W.
You guys are forgetting coming off of, I don't even remember who he beat, but he goes to the mic and he gets the chance of his lifetime to call out a opponent for him to boost up the rankings. And he goes, Conor McGregor. I mean, he's a cornball. Never take him serious. His whole career is based off one knockout.
I mean, he did beat. I mean, Colby isn't the best fighter anymore, or Wonder Boy, but I mean, still, it's not bad wins. Those aren't bad wins, and he almost finished Kamaru Usman in that 5th round. People forget, man. He almost did that. Anyways, the next fight, guys, we have a banger. This is the featured fight on this card. We have a heavyweight bout. One heavyweight is an actually good high-level fighter. The other is a slob, and that's how this fight's going to go. We have Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Waldo here, Salsa Boy, whatever you like to call him. He's going to lose in this fight by Volkov jabbing his way to a victory, using his range, using his kicks, and we're going to see Waldo gas. Waldo, people think that, oh, Waldo, he's such a good underdog pick. No, he's not. He's an underdog for a reason. He lost to Sergey Pavlovich. He lost to Sergey Spivak, which is a robbery. And Volkov beat Cyril Gahn. People forget, man. Volkov beat Cyril Gahn and beat Jailton Almeida. Volkov is the pick for a reason. I would say by decision. This is a lock, by the way. Alexander Volkov. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this one?
Papi, I know Dominican. Oh, I messed it up. Cut it out. Papi, I know black, I Dominican. I know black, I Dominican. But he is a blob, and he only beats blobs. He's future heavyweight slob. Volkov is way too skilled, way too long, way too big. He's gonna pick him apart. You know, I just can't see any way where Waldo wins this unless he gets some crazy lucky knockout. But I think Volkov can keep the range enough to make that not happen.
People forget, man. Bro, listen. Volkov, this is how I see it going, bro. Volkov is going to beat Waldo exactly how Spivak beat Waldo. Exactly. By the jab. Spivak beat Waldo with the jab. Alright, exactly like Matt said. And nobody knows. Nobody even knows that Spivak beat him. Except for us, bro. So yeah, Volkov is levels above Spivak. He's gonna get this win easily. Minus 170, right? Easy Volkov win. IBG, what do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad how many one-sided fights are on the main card of this. But yeah, man, I see Volkov absolutely running through Acosta. You know, the only reason why he has hype around his name right now is because of that funny black Dominican line. But besides all that, it's just you see his real skill set. It's not that good. You know, I mean, the only flaw with Volkov is that one KO loss against Derek Lewis, but I believe he's probably learned from that. Hopefully he's not going to be a dumbass again. And you know, I have Volkov by decision, a pretty straightforward. You know, not a hot take bet. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Easy fight there. Next fight, we have the co-main event of the evening. We have the worst champion of all time, Joshua Van, fighting an incredibly good, quick, fast, insane grappling prospect, as I like to call him, Tatsuro Red Ramen Taira. He is our boy. Shout out Tatsuro Taira. He's Wits Picks affiliated. Where he's going to be the pick with ease. Van, in my opinion, is zero wrestling. Sent him 2-3 years and forget. And Tyra's easy lock, bro. He's an easy lock. Van he has good hands, but Tyra's going to sub him the first or second. And then we're going to go on to the main event, which it's going to be a fun one. You all got to wait for that one. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah. I'm the genie. They call me Mystic Mac here because this is exactly what's going to happen. Joshua Van, his hands are fast, but his scrambles are not as fast as Tyra's. He's going to throw a hook. He's going to get double legged. He's going to scramble. And since he has such low IQ, he is going to scramble himself into a horrible position. He's going to give up his back. He's going to give up something. You know, here at Wits, we loved Joshua Van before the whole celebrating after a fluke knockout. He is a shame. He should be ashamed of himself, and he's a disgrace to the sport of mixed martial arts the way he celebrated another man getting injured like that, who is not the greatest flyweight of all time, but already cemented as the second greatest flyweight of all time. So,
100%.
you know, we're fading him all day. You know, the karma's gonna get to him. Karma is real in the UFC, guys. So just trust. Tyra by sub.
Yes. Tyra by sub. Yeah, honestly, I just hate Joshua Van. I think he's a pussy. And I would low-key beat him in a fight. So I'm taking Tyra, bro. IBG.
I mean, yeah, I think all of us, if we're being honest, I think we all could potentially beat him in a fight. I think we're all like, I don't know, probably a foot taller than him. So, I mean, he's a little guy, and I didn't like what the fuck he did when he celebrated another man's injury. You know, you didn't cause that. I don't know why he's still claiming to have caused that injury. You didn't. But like I said, it's just you know, the short man ego. So, yeah, man, I would have to go with Tyra, not just because of my bias against him, but more because the style matchup. You know, it's just a bad matchup for Joshua Van. I think you know once he loses this, he will be considered and go down as the worst UFC champion in UFC history. So I can't wait for that to happen.
Yes, sir. Tatsuro Taira is the pick. I agree with all you guys said. Man is such a pussy, dude. He said like he grabbed Pantoja's kick and pushed him off, and that's why he broke his arm. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. You fucking goblin, bro. Shut the fuck up. Next fight, guys. We are finally here. The main event of the evening. Now, here's the fucking thing, guys. Here's the fucking thing. We got this fucking Chechnyan fucking whore. This fucking goat fucker. Now, here's the fucking thing, guys. Here's the fucking thing. We're gonna go to war for you. We're gonna go to war. And
We're gonna bleed for you.
Khamzat Chimaev's the pick. He's the pick. He's easily the pick, guys. He's easily the pick. Strickland's going to get out-grappled and going to get submitted in the second round. People forget, man. Khamzat Chimaev is ridiculously good at grappling. Now, Strickland, you know, he always, here's a fucking thing, guys. This fucking Chechnyan whore. I'm going to shoot this fucking guy. Here's a fucking thing. Here's a shut the fuck up. You're going to get absolutely smacked in this fight. I really hope you do win. Khamzat Chimaev's the pick. Easy pick. Easy pick. He's minus 600 for a reason. Strickland, I love you though. You're great. You're super entertaining in my opinion. Honestly, your job is just make the fucking press conference fun, dude. Make it fun.
Yeah.
You, Josh Hokit, Khamzat, Taporia, Pereira, all these, bum ass fighters on this card too. You know what I mean? Just make it fun. Make it fun. Say some funny shit so they'll cut your mic off. Come on. That's why you're here, bro. That's why you're fighting Khamzat and it's not Imavov. Anyways, Khamzat's the pick. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this last fight on the main event?
It's the same story every time. It's, he has good takedown defense. Same with DDP. Same Gilbert Burns. He has good jiu-jitsu. He's good off his back. The wrestling will always triumph that takedown defense when you have a guy like Khamzat trying to take you down. He's gonna run right through that teep. He's not afraid to get hit. He's gonna get the body lock, and he's just gonna smother him until he falls. Yeah, he might be able to get up once or twice, but if he gets up once or twice, he's still getting taken down 7 or 8 more times at a minimum. So, easy submission. Easy submission or easy decision. I'm going to lean towards the decision because I do think Strickland is competent on the ground, but, I think Khamzat is going to try to mitigate the risks of him getting up by being a little more passive, like he was with DDP. And we saw DDP took down Strickland 7 times last fight. So MMA math, hate to use it, but Strickland has no chance. I would love for him to win, but let's be real here. We got to think with our brains, not with our cocks. So
All right, bro. Yes, Khamzat by round 1, 2, or 3 submission. That's why the 3.5 over under, it's just too scary because, it could go both ways. It's like 50-50, so not going to take that. But Khamzat obviously is going to win. He's the best fighter I have ever seen fight. So, yeah, of all time, he's probably the most dominant.
You still got Ilya Taporia, bro.
No, Khamzat is just... No.
Ilya.
Islam.
Because Khamzat has never...
That's a conversation for another day. That's a conversation. Hey, IBG, we converted IBG from Dagestani to normal.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Yeah, I've been past that phase, bro. Fuck that shit.
It's all for the cameras. He's a real daggy rat at heart, bro. Let's be real.
Hell no. He took his Dagestan poster down, too. You can see it's not behind him no more.
Oh, shit. That shit is gone, bro.
Former Dagestani IBG.
All right, wait, guys, listen. So Strickland, when Aiden Ross called Strickland, and he said, I'm gonna bet 50K on you against Khamzat. He replies with, you have 50K to lose. It's fine. What? He knows he's gonna lose.
He knew he was gonna lose. I was just talking about this too. He knew. I saw that shit too. He knew.
Obviously, Khamzat's gonna win. And that's why the odds are like that. So pretty simple.
Yeah, I guess it's a pretty straightforward fight, and it's sad because this is like one of the big stars, and you would think that he would be in a competitive matchup in a main event, in a big main event like this, but it's going to be a pretty easy fight for Khamzat again, and I'm tired of always hearing people say, if it goes to the later rounds, he's going to TKO Khamzat, man, shut the fuck up. No, it's not going to happen. You know how difficult it is to even survive a first or second round with Khamzat? Practically impossible. So... yeah, and obviously, the obvious, DDP took down Sean Strickland, and Khamzat literally ragdolled DDP, so I think it's a pretty easy kind of prediction type of fight, because usually in main events it could go either way, but in this one it's kind of just a one-way ticket for Kamzat to boost his legacy. I see Kamzat subbing this kid inside 2 rounds. Realistically, I don't see Sean Strickland going longer in the fight, to be honest. And I'd be way more confident if Sean Strickland was like Alex Pereira. He had that Alex Pereira power, one shot. But even when he, lets it go all on Sneeko, he still couldn't drop the kid. So, I think it's a pretty, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing for Sean Strickland. And obviously, the only win he could take this week is pretty much at the press conference. So, I mean, do your best there.
Yep, exactly, guys. And that caps off an amazing card in UFC 328. We have some really, really high level fights here. I would suggest everybody here to tune in to the press conference. That is going to be an absolute banger. Probably going to be better than the main event. The co-main event's going to be a great fight. The Volkov fight's going to be great. I think the Sean Brady fight's going to be amazing. Every Bobby Green fight's great. Like, we're going to have a lot of finishes, a lot of high level fights here. And we're going to make some good money. As you guys know, we did make a lot of money last week. Shout out to Carlos Prates, Brando Perichich, and Junior Taffa, all Wiz Picks affiliated. And we're here to make money for the third week in a row. And by make money, I mean $1,000 plus each. $1,000 plus each. That's what I mean. So we're going to be doing that for the third straight week, guys. Thank you again, IBG. Shout out IBG. Shout out Brandon. Yo, IBG, throw out your handles on Instagram, TikTok, X, or whatever, so everyone can just follow you.
Yeah, it's pretty much IBG the Waffler on every platform: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and X. And yeah, man, I always appreciate you guys having me on, and because obviously you guys got the fucking locks, so I'm always happy to tap in with you guys.
Hey, trail of picks, guys. If you want to be a broke bum for the rest of your life, don't. But if you do want to get rich, Wits Picks is where you need to be. So follow me on Instagram, 2Brandon33. Maybe I'll accept you, maybe I won't.
Who knows? Who knows,
Who
guys?
knows?
Thank you so much for sticking around. If you're still here, you're absolute GOAT. Check out our reels. We're going to be posting and our TikToks. And yeah, boys, let's.
Peace.